minus 2 days before the lighting and this table is gone forever. Brett Sheridan coming into town. But that's why you're here, right? To hear about that stuff, not to hear about the fact that the Thunderbolts have a new title and the writer says why that's happening. There's new trailers for things that are out there. There's great TV stuff. I'm sure Roxy and I are going to disagree on some of the stuff that happened in Last of Us. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she agrees. Who knows? But we'll discuss that and more on the show today. I'm excited to talk to Roxy. Let's do it. For everybody who's out there waiting to talk, then you should do it now. What does that mean? I have no idea. Great. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's myself and the Roxinator, Roxy Stryer. Hello, Roxy.
Why would I disagree with you about The Last of Us?
You want to get into it right away?
Andor?
Oh, and no, Last of Us.
Oh.
I think maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to do a quick spoiler for Last of Us.
Was it a big controversial thing?
For me, because, well, I'm like 50% of people are on my side, 50% of people are not on my side. So
okay. I don't even have any guesses as to what you're talking about.
Because you probably don't agree with me. That's why. So this is going to be a spoiler on Last of Us. We're going to start right off the gate here. So if you haven't seen this episode of Last of Us, I suggest bailing out and coming back later, probably in the next like 2 or 3 minutes.
I'll frantically wave my hands.
Great.
That's how you'll know.
Why don't you start first with the frantically waving your hands like JTE 2014?
So it'll look like this.
Great. And then you'll do that again when it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. So everybody's been warned. So in the video, so I really was digging the episode. I liked where it was going. It made sense of everything that they were doing. And then Ellie, she sticks her arm out and sacrifices her arm. Great moment, saying, you know, I know what I can do. And I know I got to do this to save, what's her face? And
Dina.
Thank you. And saves her and does a good job doing it. Then there's a great moment of her going, why did you do that? Almost shoots her. And then she says, hey, just wait, check it out. When I wake up in the morning, everything's going to be good. And she's like, all right, we'll see. She wakes up in the morning. The question is not, how in the fuck are you immune? Is that what you and Joel were doing here? Let's talk about this immunity. Is there something else here? The immunity thing, not even discussed. They just bang on the carpet. Now, I think them banging is something that they should have done. It was a moment that was leading up in the game. Apparently, it takes place beforehand, not in the middle of all this chaos where anybody can catch them. The logic in some of the writing drove me crazy, and it was driving me crazy. Like it was like they didn't even bring it up again about the immunity. It's like she just told you she's the there's nobody else in the world that's immune, and the risk of the fact that she is out on the road now doing this should mean a lot more. It's not even discussed. It drove me crazy. It drove me absolutely bonkers.
Huh. What a weird thing to drive you bonkers.
Not really. I'm telling you.
You missed the biggest part.
Which was the pregnancy thing?
Yes, Kristian.
Yeah, but that was that whole conversation happened before.
But let's just break it down for a second, because I'm not sitting here saying this was my favorite episode. And as of this moment, I was still all I can think about is Joel. Right. So I am having a hard time moving on, clearly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But in terms of this, when Ellie says to her, why now?
Right.
And she responds saying, I thought that I lost you. I think what we're learning about Dina's character is what her priorities are, what her thoughts are, what she cares about. There's going to be a whole lifetime to ask questions about things. You think that next week after we're not going to
they almost got eaten. There's going to be a full lifetime. How do they know that?
Well, I think that's what they're thinking. You don't think that she's going to ask any questions?
She had the time to do that should have been the time to do it inside of that same conversation. I'm making it very clear that I think that they were leading to the moment of them hooking up. They were leading to that. But like I said, in the game, from what I hear, it happened beforehand in that marijuana store, and the lead up to it, and the fact that Ellie actually got mad
at the marijuana store with Jesse.
In the game, I think they wind up having that love scene in the actual the thing in the marijuana store.
The Jesse marijuana store?
Not the marijuana
record store. The record shop.
The drugstore. Well, yeah, the record shop. Wherever it was. No, the drugstore when she finds the
pharmacy.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is where it happens apparently, and it's there that they, apparently Ellie gets mad at Dina for coming because now because the risk, and it's more about the revenge of it all. About trying to get, and she's put that at risk, and I like that. In this, it's like you almost
wait. I didn't understand a word you said. What's more about the revenge of it all?
You said the mission itself is about revenge for Joel. That's what in the game it's about revenge.
Ellie tells her about the bite because she's trying to get revenge.
Pregnancy? No. Hold on. This is like you following Andor. So this is like
seriously.
Yes. Okay. In the game. They have the scene that we saw, with telling her about she's pregnant, that you have sex, all of that. She tells her she's pregnant in the pharmacy in the game.
Yes.
Abby gets mad at Dina for being pregnant or coming with her pregnant because now she's put the revenge mission.
Do you mean Abby?
What?
Do you mean Abby when you're saying Abby?
No, I mean Ellie. I keep saying Abby.
Ellie is mad at Dina
for coming on the mission.
Right. Because
she's pregnant and she's now put the revenge mission at risk.
Right.
But
she didn't know she was pregnant until she was on the mission.
But she's not mad at it either. She's like this. It's more so like she's like it's like this. It's almost like they forgot what they were doing at all. It's like what is the focus? Is the focus the love story in this one, or is it the revenge? And it seems like it's more about the love.
It's like 2 seconds though, Kristian. Like
what? The whole scene. It was they forgot It's like there was no questions about the immunity. It was nothing about it, not at all, nothing, and it drove me crazy. Like
that we saw as you think that. So here's what we see: we see her stare at her all night. Right, the drips of water happen. We see Ellie flail her arms. Dina's immediately still ready to shoot her. Then we see Ellie shows her that she is immune.
Right,
and
after maybe 8 hours.
What has this woman been thinking about all night?
Right.
What has she been thinking about?
That she almost lost her, for sure.
I am pregnant. I am scared.
Yes.
I almost lost her.
What am I going to do? I might be on my own out here all by myself. I get it.
Right. So in that moment, she immediately starts kissing her. And then do you think she should stop and then say what happened? Because the kissing leads to sex.
Sure.
And then that's where we end.
No, you wake up in the next morning talking about everything else except that. It's like blend that in with it.
What are we talking about except that? We literally are looking at her
Roxy was 8 hours.
The bite. She's like, is that why you got the tattoo? Yeah, I want to wear short sleeves.
So let me ask you a question. If you saw it, so you're in this world and there's not one person that has ever been
You're mad she didn't act like you?
No, ever in general. I'm saying in general, it would make it. I'm asking you. You are you know this world, you're in this world, and there has never been a single person on record to be immune to this thing. Everyone who gets bit dies and turns, right? Everybody. So now you find this one person that you're in love with that does have it, and it's within 7 to maybe 8 hours of sleep, and you're still risking it and fooling around with that person in 8 hours?
What do you mean in 8 hours? What's the 8 hour part?
She slept. She fell asleep. She wakes up in like 7 or 8 hours, or maybe even less, or maybe a little bit more.
8 hours. You've totally made that up.
Whatever it is. Let's say it's 8. Let's say it's 14. Let's say it's 6. It's not enough time to say I'm comfortable enough to now exchange some swap and spit and all that with you who could still be immune. I don't know enough about it. It's bad logic. It's bad logic.
You think she's going to catch immunity?
No, Roxy, what the fuck are you talking about, cat?
You just said swapping spit with you who's immune.
Right. So I'm thinking that you're immune, but you're not. Are you really immune? I don't know. How do I know that? It's
you think that she should? So you're okay. So I get it. You're upset that she didn't think.
I'm not upset. There's a very difference about upset.
You're annoyed or whatever the word is, Kristian.
It's bad writing.
That she didn't fully. You weren't fully convinced that she wasn't going to turn yet. So if you're Dina, you're thinking she might still attack you.
I'm not confident enough. I go, look, I believe you. I believe you.
Okay,
I don't think I'm confident enough to lay down next to you, even though you have a bite. I mean, okay, if that's the case, how do I know? Let's talk about it.
Kristian, so I completely agree that if I was watching you next to Ellie, I would know Kristian Harloff is somebody who asks a lot of questions, needs to figure this out, is very safe. Okay, it would be really weird for you as a character to not do that. Based on what we've seen of Dina, I thought this made perfect sense for her character.
Well, then she's a moron. I thought she was super smart.
She is super smart.
It was kind of a dopey move to just jump into it. Plus the fact, and look, even if you're going to take that risk, and if you're in love and you take that risk, you go, "Oh, that was risky." Listen, I got to ask you a question. Let's talk about this immunity thing, because how does it work? Like, why are you out here? Like, she should be mad at her. What the fuck are you doing out here? You should be back there. We should be studying this. Who should we get you to?
Who should be mad at you? Think that? But that's so not in Dana's character. That's not who she is. She's not you.
It's the only person who is immune in this. What the whole story is about, the fact that this girl is immune to this thing.
I will be 100% on your side if we go all of next week and we don't have a conversation about it.
Okay.
But
fair.
we literally just had sex.
Let's revisit.
Think about being a teenage girl for a second, which she is.
But we're not a teenage girl in 2025 with no disease running around.
I'm not saying that we are. I just know, I know a thing or two about teenage girls.
Okay.
I think she's sitting here. She's dealing with, am I queer? Do I love my best friend? Did I almost lose her? There's a lot of overwhelming thoughts going on right now. And she's dealing with something that I don't know about, and you certainly don't know about, which is being pregnant.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
She's got a lot of emotions and hormones running through her head. And maybe, just maybe, for a few hours, she's really excited to just be happy with the person that she's finally admitted she loves. I think all those questions have to come. Of course, she's a very smart girl. There's absolutely no way in hell that this show is going to have us move forward. I don't know, but this show is going to have us move forward for one episode, 2 more episodes, and she's not going to be like, what?
Okay, so let's have that agreement then. After next episode, if it doesn't happen and they don't talk about it and don't have a conversation about it where she's diving, she's asking these questions, then
I don't know what next episode is. If we see the two of them, like we could be focused on the wolves or something.
That's fair. I will also say that if they do have the conversation finally, and they bring the look, before we get into this, we got to. I got questions I got to ask, and they wanted to take their time, then I will concede. I will say okay. But if they don't bring it up and they don't have the conversation about it, then it sucks. Come on.
I would say then it's a hole. I wouldn't say it sucks, but I would be like, wait, you've told us that this is the smartest character on the show, because Dina's supposed to be super smart.
I see your argument. I see where you're coming from.
I see what you're saying too, in terms of also, I think that you're watching this show as one type of viewer, which probably 50% of people are, which is like, this is an apocalypse show. Right. You just found this out. I am really invested in anything that makes me feel good after Joel. Like, I literally am trying to hang on to any reason to continue the show because I'm so upset about the Joel situation still. So, like, I needed a little win. I needed a little W. It's actually interesting. I'm loving the live chat right now during this conversation because it does seem like, yeah,
I'm telling you,
a lot. I haven't heard what you were saying, so interesting to hear.
It really was. Like I said, it was about that in my comments too on this episode. Like, people either were on the same logic conversation or they were on this conversation, like you said, with you. But I see where you're coming from, because you're in the mindset, like, of course they're going to talk about this. Like, of course they will. It just wasn't the time that they wanted to do it now.
It would be crazy if they don't talk about it. That would be crazy.
Now it's one thing if she then has a conversation with Tommy or whoever down the line and they start talking about it. Okay, fine. That's not the same. You found this information out. You got to get some information there, Dina. Do you think
that there's a world in which that's going to be an off-screen conversation?
I certainly hope not.
That would be weird. Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, you can wave your hands around now. Perfect. So I like that conversation. I think that was the way people should have conversations about these things and not scream and yell at one another.
Yeah, but it took me a long time to understand what you were talking about, which is nerve-wracking for my brain as we're going to go to talk about Andor, and I am going to let you know what.
Let me know what? What's going on?
I'm going to let you know what.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Well,
the amount of text messages and calls I have to give to Steph about who is this?
Yeah, I'm so curious to see how you're gonna feel about tonight's episodes. That's the one I'm telling you.
Praying, I love them. I don't want to not like this show. I want to love this show.
Okay, we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see what happens tonight when you watch these, because that is the interesting.
Can we talk about 4, 5, 6?
If you want to do, I guess we got spoilers on those too.
It was a week ago.
Okay. So let's do it. Let's get into. Let me first of all close out with this for the Clips channel. If you guys are watching Last of Us, and we had that spoiler conversation, what do you think? Put your thoughts in there. Let me hear where you stand. Are you on this? You see where Roxy's coming from? I think there's 3 sides here. I think there's 3 sides. Because I'm kind of on. I will be on Roxy's side if that's exactly what happens. I'll be okay with that. If they're like, okay, well, they actually had the conversation. It just wasn't the time or place. But there's the other side of like, who cares? It's a love story now. That's what this is about. And then there's logic, which is where I'm coming from. Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. All right, now we're going into another spoiler conversation. Roxy Stryer, I want you to wave your arms around once again. Okay, now we're talking about Andor, episodes 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead.
Okay. Andor.
Yes.
What happened in 4, 5, and 6? Here's what I'll give you.
La Resistance.
Anything to do with Cassian and Bix, I love.
Okay.
I fully understand. I love with them together.
Right. Where'd you go? Did you freeze? Yep, you froze. Perfect. I win. I win the world.
You froze me.
No, I didn't freeze. You froze. You turned into Mike Kalinowski. Look at that.
I froze my. What do you mean? Look at that.
Oh, you almost froze. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like for
you hear what
once,
I said or no?
Wait, Roxy. For once, your internet was worse than Mike's.
Did you hear what I said or no?
No. Go ahead.
Anything to do with Cassian and Bix.
Oh, that part I heard.
I love them. The end of episode 6. Fire. Why didn't we see that? What they were doing before? Why didn't
building?
We didn't. We just saw and then drugs. I want to stay with Cassian and Bix.
Build.
If we stay with Cassian and Bix, I will love this show. Here's what I don't understand. Anything about Forrest Whitaker's crew at all. To the point where when he has his full spoilers, when he has his gun out and he's like talking to this homeboy and he's like, yo, did you do it or did you not finish it? And the guy's like, I don't know, I finished. And then he turns and shoots the other guy and was like, he was a traitor. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then we find out the first homeboy that he didn't shoot, I was like, who is that character? I called Steph and she's like, that's the dude who was on Bix's crew. He looked completely different.
Right.
I had no idea that was him.
Well,
for 3 episodes.
Okay, but that's just because. But whose fault is that?
It's clearly, I can't say anything about this is Andor's fault. I don't understand what's happening. Everyone's a spy. Everyone has a different wig. Everyone has a different voice. Everyone is going undercover. Everyone's part of the resistance. It's like, I can't fucking keep up with the show. I don't know. I called Steph and I said, I think that dude who is with the blonde girl is actually a good guy. And she was like, what? And I was like, the blonde girl, the Imperial guy who's in with the spider people, I think he's good. She's like, he's not good. I was like, no, he's clearly like winning the trust of the people. Like, I don't even know. I have no idea what the plot of this show is. Get the spider planet for your own stuff to do Imperial bad things, and everybody else is against you, and everyone's pretending.
I mean,
what's happening?
It is Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I didn't see that.
No, it is. I mean, it's layered. That's all I can tell you. It's layered.
I guess I don't find it to be layered. I find Siloed to be layered. I find Severance to be layered. I find this to be a little confusing and repetitive. Here's what I liked. I liked the scene with, I'm going to have to describe it because I don't know anybody's name. Okay. One girl, one dude. They're across from each other feeling that hand artifact, which she's trying to get the listening device out.
Okay.
You know that scene?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thought that was a good scene. Tensions were high. I see Mom Mothma.
Yes, you got it.
Thank you. I've been working on
Nailed
it.
that shit, girl.
I see Stellan Skarsgård.
See dead people?
One version of him. I see Stellan Skarsgård. One version of him. They're looking over. We're moving around the room. Tension build. And then there's that good moment afterwards. Like, she got it. I was like, this is cool. That, and then anything to do with Bix. Other than that, like, even Cassian, when he's like fighting with the father and whatever, and they seem to be on different sides, I don't understand. Aren't you guys on the same side? Why aren't all the rebels on the same side? Then there was that one girl who got
father. You mean Luthen?
I don't know what that is.
The father is Skarsgård. What father are you talking about?
No, the father. He's like a priest. He's a priest. Wears like a little priest thing.
Sure.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I lost you a long time ago.
No, the father, he's like got a daughter too, and then like Cassian met with the daughter at like lunch. And
yes. Of the leader of the resistance.
Yeah, is he not a father?
Mm-hmm.
No or yes?
No, he's not. But he's but he is a very peaceful man, trying to be peaceful anyway. And
so he's not a priest.
No. But I know what you're saying.
Okay.
I think that this is where we stand with this right now. I'll be honest with you. You're going to watch these 3 tonight. You're either going to like this show or this is the end of it for you. This is your last 3. If you don't
why isn't it landing for me the way that it is for everybody else?
Oh, but maybe these 3 will turn you around. If not for you. And then I'll be bored with this conversation next week.
I watch this show like this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not second screen view. I pause and I put the subtitles on like everybody told me to do. But like what I'm unwilling to do, everybody's like, the thing is, if you don't get it, just go and watch hour-long discussions afterwards. Why should I have to do that? Like, well, I don't get it. And I think it's because of all the names, like all the places and all the people, and then they're all doing the same spy stuff.
No, they're not all doing the same, but it's fine.
I'm annoyed about it because I love television, and when people love a TV show, it's very rare that I don't love it.
I'm gonna say something obnoxious.
Yeah,
this show fucking rules.
Yeah, you love it. I know everybody loves it.
The best.
Steph loves it. You love it. All my friends, Dorina loves it. Everybody loves the show.
If these 3 don't get you, I understand like the first 6, if you're a little confused and everything too, but I think what's going to happen if it works, if these 3 work, then everything that you led up to these 3, the confusion and all that, I think it's going to play itself out for you in this one. If it doesn't, then you're just not an Andor person, and that's fine.
I think I think this is an honest statement. I think this is the first time ever that people love a show that I'm not that into.
Yeah, right.
Ever. I can't think of it another time ever that I've watched a show that everybody else loves that I'm like, what is going on?
Right. All right. Hey, listen. To each their own, but I'm telling you, I really want to see what you think about tonight.
And the favorite everybody talks about, like, isn't that so up my alley, Kristian?
It is, but tonight's really up your alley. And if it doesn't get you tonight, then I'm going to be confused. Will you please text me after you watch it tonight? You can just say, okay, I get it. I'm going to
watch tonight, but I have not been watching these 3. I haven't been watching them at the night they drop because I don't cover these, and it was too hard for me to watch 3 of these at once.
Yeah, not for me. I watched the whole.
So I'll probably watch 1 tonight, so 7 tonight, and then probably 8 tomorrow and 9 the next day.
You should watch. No, they ain't gonna watch it like that. Maybe
we'll see, but like it's too difficult for me to watch more than 1 or 2 of these.
The previous one. Sure, you won't watch these like that. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh, man.
No.
So what's up with the spiders?
Who gives a shit? Let's move on.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, look, another 50-50 thing. It's Andor season 2. I see a lot of people who say, you know what? A little slow enough for me. And I say the same thing. Let's see what happens with 7, 8, and 9. You don't like 7, 8, and 9? I don't know what to tell you. But put your thoughts in there. Let me know. I'm going to tell you guys, if you think you need to wake up, you need to get yourself rolling. Well, it was because of you guys. We got Trade Coffee back. They are back, baby. Trade Coffee's back. Factor is back. And it's all because of you. So let's stop that, Roxy. let's get into it. Let's get into what's happening here, both trade and factor.
You guys did it. You did it. Trade Coffee is back. Oh my gosh. So happy. I love Trade Coffee. They are my lifeline at this point. I love them so much because coffee it's an essential for me. And I know it's not just a drink. It's a ritual. It's a lifeline. It's the bridge between half asleep and ready to conquer the day. And if it's that essential, why would you settle for anything less than extraordinary? That's where Trade comes in. It is the #1 U.S. coffee destination. It brings you fresh coffee from over 50 of the country's top roasters. You take the quiz, and in under a minute, they're going to match you with your perfect coffee. If that first bag isn't quite right, Trade's going to replace it for free until they nail it. If you're headed out on summer vacation, with Trade subscription flexibility, you can pause it, or you can shift delivery while you're away and resume when you're home, ensuring you'll come home to great coffee. And that is exactly what I've been doing. I have gotten to a place where I got this massive, huge, big bag. And I'll be honest, I thought, I'm not going to be able to go through all this. Blasted through this bag because it's so delicious. And I'm showing it off to everybody. When people come over and they visit and guess, you got to try this coffee. And that's exactly what I do. I got everybody talking about Trade. And that's why they came back. And right now, Trade is exclusively offering our listeners 50% off your 1-month trial at drinktrade.com/Kristian. That's drinktrade, TRADE.com/Kristian for 50% off your 1-month trial. Drinktrade.com/Kristian. You know why they're back, guys? Because of you guys. That's why they're back. You guys have seen how good they are. Get yourself some Trade. You will not regret it. I told you guys I've been really focusing on health. I've been trying to make sure that I'm eating the right stuff. And Factor has made that very simple for me. You got to make it your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor, because eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up, enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want. Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and they're ready to eat. They're perfect for any active lifestyle. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It is easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. I have been loving what Factor has been providing to me. Like I told you, I have my live show. I go to the gym. I come back. I have something great. They have protein meals. They have a lot of different things. It just goes right to the style that you're looking for. Because if you want to get healthy stuff on the go, feeling good, you get Factor. And you can get started at factormeals.com/Kristian50 off and use that code Kristian50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code Kristian50 off at factormeals.com/Kristian50 off for 50% off plus free shipping.
So excited that they're back, both Trade and Factor. And I really hope you guys are taking advantage of it. You really support the show. And clearly, you know that because it really was because of you guys with Trade Coffee. And I was so excited to have them back when they came back. So check them out in the description. Roxy, I think right now we are at 72 with Roca. I'm going to find out 73. So 73 right now.
Okay.
You got to beat 73 right now. You're at 11.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we'll see if you can do it today. That's all I'm telling you. What do you think about that?
I have something.
Uh-oh.
I meant to ask you about this before the show, but I'm just going to take a risk on it and hope that you're okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelated to this.
Oh.
But it can't be instead of this. Everybody send in here. I'm doing a 5K for the National Brain Tumor Society this weekend.
Okay.
And anybody who would like to support that, it's on my Instagram.
Okay.
I decided last minute, and it's over Mother's Day weekend, so I wasn't going to do it because that's always a challenging weekend for me. But then I decided, fuck it, I am. So anyway, if anybody,
why wouldn't I be okay with that?
I don't know. Just I don't mean to pull people for money for something else, but anyway,
that's a great cause.
You have it. It's tax right off. Send in that support.
It's amazing. You can absolutely do that.
Thank you. Wouldn't you like to see me run 5K?
Yes. It's I just for the run alone.
I'm gonna walk very slowly.
No, we got to do a run. You got to do at least one run. Oh my god, I got to find this video, Rox. No, there's a baseball player. I mean, how do you know baseball players pretty well?
No, only Red Sox.
Okay. Well, there's a baseball player in the Mets. His name's Pete Alonso. He's like one of their stars.
Okay.
Right? Not a very athletic guy, but he's an amazing baseball player. there's a video it was going around for a while about, if anybody can find it, please send it to me somewhere. And he was running the third and his legs popped out from left to right, and I swear to God it looked like what you did when you went to the Collider bathroom.
Show it. You don't
I have to find it.
What's up? Where is it?
I have to find it. I'm not sure. So either way, what is that? Okay. Yeah, I need trade coffee and factor in there. What do you mean mocha? I'm not sure what mocha is in there.
What?
Never mind.
You're talking to yourself all the time these days.
I was texting Luke about the. I was trying to find out how many super chats Roka had yesterday because I forgot, and I instead of Roka I wrote mocha. So he was writing a joke back. And I didn't get the joke for this now. Anyway,
it was nice when I did the show with him. I never see Roka.
Yeah, that was nice. You guys did the show together. It was very nice. You are like me. You like the Thunderbolts, correct?
Yeah.
Loved or liked?
That was really good.
Yeah, same. I really, really enjoyed it. And it's funny because Sam's back now doing reactions. She was off last week, but she's back now. We put up Shang Chi already.
What do you think of Shang Chi?
Her or me?
She
liked it a lot. She really, really liked it a lot. Yeah.
What is this only the second time you saw it?
It's only second time. Yeah.
And did your opinion on it change?
Yeah, it's more enjoyable than I remember it being.
Cool.
But I love the same things I loved about it the first times, and I think the stuff I don't like about it, I don't have as much of a problem. Does that make sense? Like the first two acts, I love the martial arts. The martial arts in that movie is great. The chemistry between Simon and Awkwafina is amazing. I liked it when it's like the small contained story with his dad, the family relationship, all that, and then it turned into the big, huge Marvel movie. What's his name? Simu.
Simon. I was like, I guess I don't remember this movie.
I've called him Simon many times before. Simu. But either way,
love Simon.
Yeah, Simon. That's right. Simon Cowell. He's in the movie.
The Awkwafina Simon chemistry is unreal.
Yeah, it was all the cut scenes with Simon Cowell. They brought him in, and it was really good. So anyway,
I remember loving that movie and not loving the CG third act stuff.
That's right. That's the same. Yeah.
That's how I felt. But also remember that my number one celebrity crush is Simu Liu. So that got me through any moment that I didn't like. I love him.
I have some really
bad news.
Really inappropriate jokes happening in the reaction that we did last night. That
about Simon.
Yes, but in a very in a complimentary way.
He's a smoke.
Sam loses it when he takes his shirt off. And there's a few jokes that I have throughout the movie about it, and I'm very proud of them. There's one. What my favorite? I almost dig a little bit more now that I think the audience gets it. Like the audience who's part of it, the part of here gets it. The newer audience still doesn't get it, but I dig now because I know when people don't like, you know me, if people don't like that I'm telling jokes throughout a reaction, what do you think I do?
Tell more.
Way more.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy to get people. Like there was but what I do understand sometimes, if like there's an emotional moment and not to step on it with a joke, and I kind of do in the in the movie, and Sam calls me out. She goes, "It's an emotional moment, guy," and I go, "I know they're gonna give me shit about it. It's fine." But I just, you know me, if it's there, I got to take it.
You know the reaction that I've gotten the most shit to in the world? No.
Oh, what?
Glory.
What? Oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah.
I just
Matthew Broderick shit, right?
I was giving shit, and people were like, "This is real. Pay respect." And I was okay.
Yeah.
Y'all are annoying.
Yep. It's true. Yeah, I'm
sorry. Not that it isn't. Not that the war was not important, but I am watching a movie.
I didn't ban you for nothing. I did it by accident. Stop it.
What are you talking about?
The chat. Someone said I banned them for nothing. I said, no, I banned you by accident. I'm trying to put you in timeout. Just send the fucking account to PLD or Luke and they'll unban.
Why do you mean to put him in timeout?
It's just too much. It's too much. Sometimes
that it doesn't matter. Sometimes people they when it's like, look, everyone has to behave inside of the comment section. It's like if you're not mean or racist or anything like that, and then you're not going to get. I was going to put the guy in timeout and it hit banned by accident. So
do you like Austin Powers or no?
Love Austin Powers. Why? Because I didn't respond to your behave thing.
Yeah,
I was in the middle of saying something.
Yeah, but I had tuned out.
I'm still 6 at heart.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I don't give a shit. I love when people tell me that. When people, I love it. I eat it up like chips.
What's your favorite thing that people say about you or to you in the comments?
I don't know.
Okay, but you like that one.
I do enjoy when people say, you know, or whether it's an immature grow up. It's like, hell no. But the day I grew up as a day,
grow up is so funny.
I want to die if it comes to grow up. The day I grow up and start maturing is the day I die. Who the hell wants to take life that seriously?
Grow up.
Stupid. So stupid. I can't. It's like, you know, oh, here comes another dick joke. Fuck yeah. Hey, you ready for this shit? You better catch this shit like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball coming to your face.
Speaking of dick jokes, are you gonna stream with Brett while he's there?
Yeah, I think so. I think. Well, we have to figure out. We got to figure out if, you know, how this is all going to work, how much time he's going to need, because we're going to get rid of this. He's going to rearrange. He's going to change the lighting, so everything's going to change. So, yeah,
cool.
I do love positive comments. I do love positive. She wasn't asking positive comments. She was asking. Oh, you were?
I was just saying, what's your favorite thing that people say?
Oh, well, the favorite thing, or I should say, most humbling thing is when people say that our show had an impact on their lives and that they listen to us to escape and stuff. I love that. Like that's yeah. So
totally.
Yeah, of course. There's so many positive. Most, I would say 92% of our comment section is pretty solid and positive.
Yeah. I was just asking, like, if there were specific things that people say that really affect you, but that's a good one that in their life. That's
as far as like nasty things. What's great is that most stuff just goes into the spam comment. I don't even look at it. I just go through spam and I just ban everybody from the channel. It's like I don't even.
You might not want to say out loud, but are there any that really negatively impact you? Like, is there one type
anymore?
Of comment?
Not anymore. No, because it's like now it's just like, okay, so this person, there's more going on with that person than anything else, you know. So I don't know what that person's going through. Plus, like I said, I don't get a chance. I don't have to read a lot of them because my favorite thing in the world, I'll tell you, one of my favorite things in the world. I've said this many times over. I love the big long paragraphs of seething hate that go to spam that took a long time to read. That no one sees and I don't read, and it's gone. It means that person put so much effort into it for absolutely nothing. It's my favorite thing in the world. If I see like one or two like hate things in there, it goes to delete, hide, and then it's gone. And no one has seen.
It's hard for me to believe those people are real.
I know.
It's like I don't think I have a single friend who would sit and leave a novel of hatred on somebody else's something. So I was like, who are these people that do that? It's so interesting. Like, what is up?
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it doesn't matter because it's like it
doesn't matter, but it's just it's worrisome about society that there are people out there that exist that is how they spend their days, and it's like,
but it's also
how they grow up.
I know, but it's also one of these things that they're not thinking, right? Like you get the when you do a Marvel movie, like I said, you're going to get a million different comments from hateful people. 90% of those comments land in the spam thing and they all get deleted. No one reads them. I don't read them. No one reads them.
Don't you feel, and maybe you don't, but I just like, I feel like they are in so much fucking pain, Kristian.
Maybe. And so let them release it that way.
I guess, but does that help? Like, I feel like there should be a program for people.
It's like punching a pillow for somebody, you know?
Maybe or not. Or maybe it's worse than that. Maybe it's like punching a brick wall.
Right.
I wish that there was a place for these people to go to get help. Like, because you need help. If that's that's sad. It's just,
well, sad. I don't know how we got there, but we got there.
Yeah.
Let's get into Thunderbolts because we'll probably have some more spoiler thoughts on that. I mean, obviously we're going to have a spoiler from this story in general. So if you haven't seen it, let's get into it. Here it is. Thunderbolts. Where the hell did my glasses go, Roxy?
I took them.
I got them.
Moo ha ha ha.
Taking my shit.
Thunderbolts writer reveals
Wait.
exact moment.
Wait a minute. Did you steal my stuff? Who stole it? Did Mike steal it? Bastard. All right, Thunderbolts. The writer reveals exact moment the decision was made to pivot to the new Avengers. Thunderbolts writer Eric Pearson has revealed exactly when the decision was made to introduce the new Avengers and comments briefly on his contributions to Blade and the Fantastic Four First Steps. Thunderbolts ends with the surprise formation of the new Avengers, something Marvel Studios isn't holding back from promoting heading into the movie's second week into theaters. While the new Avengers isn't the movie's official title, the expectation is that the reveal will increase interest and ensure the positively reviewed MCU movie doesn't suffer the same drop as Captain America: Brave New World after it opened. Talking to the Hollywood Reporter, Thunderbolts writer Eric Pearson was asked whether it was always the plan to introduce the MCU New Avengers here. He said that was a Kevin Feige thing. I told him I wanted to do a Thunderbolts movie, and the way it was going to be through Yelena, bringing them together against Valentina. I tried one pitch that didn't work, and the second pitch was very, very close to the movie that we have now. I ended the pitch with Yelena whispering in Valentina's ear, "You work for us now," essentially. So I pitched that Valentina is forced to introduce the Thunderbolts to the public, and Kevin said, I think that she should call them the Avengers. And I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what your plan is for the new Avengers, and there were many, many discussions, capital N, lowercase n. Are they the Avengers that are new? Are they the new Avengers? But that was Kevin's idea, and it's part of some four-dimensional chess plan that I don't know yet. So the decision was made while the movie was still being written and came directly from Kevin Feige. With the Russo Brothers directing Thunderbolts post-credit scene on the set of Avengers Doomsday a few weeks ago, some speculated that it might have been a last-minute decision. Clearly not. Commenting on the stinger, Pearson said, I can't take credit for that tag scene either. I believe Joanna Kalo wrote that, and I'm very jealous of it. It's so funny and good. One of my favorite parts of the whole movie is John Walker saying, I don't know what any of these buttons do. Nobody labeled them. That, for me, is one of the funniest things. The writer who has taken a crack at Blade for Marvel Studios said he cannot talk about the Blade situation, but did share a brief teaser for the Fantastic Four First Steps when he revealed, I will share a proper noun, Galactus. That's all I'm going to say. Thunderbolts is now playing in theaters, yada, 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 yada. So what did you think about the fact that they're going to, start this in marketing and changing all that? And what do you think about the writer's comments?
I'm curious. I saw a mutual friend of ours, I think it was Adam Hlavik, write, they couldn't have waited till Wednesday to say this. And then I was kind of like, what's he talking about? And then I started looking at the internet and people were like, they announced this too soon. Not enough people have seen the movie yet. I don't know what the proper etiquette anymore is around how far out you should have spoilers on the internet about a movie that is this huge. I just don't know. I don't know that waiting till Wednesday would have been better. I don't know if waiting 2 weeks is better or what. To me, it's not really that big of a deal. It's kind of like, we were asked about this, Kristian, last week, and you didn't want to answer the question. Somebody said, are we going to find out what the asterisk is about? And you didn't want to give the spoiler then. And I think that's totally fair, but I didn't even really think of it as a spoiler. Like, it's so small to me, and maybe this is bigger to people who are more invested in the name New Avengers. But to me, I actually thought the funnier play would have been to add a Z to the end of this, because that was
copyright.
Yeah. So I thought that this is fine. I don't think it came out in any way that was wild. I didn't think that this was a last minute decision because it's very rare that Marvel makes last minute decisions. They have a lot of moving parts. Those are kind of my thoughts.
Yeah. So I love Adam Hlavik. I would push back.
Me too. He's awesome.
Yeah, I would push back on it though, because I think that the thing is, everybody who wanted to see that movie, out of the big Marvel fans, like the big huge ones, the majority of them,
the ones who are checking Twitter to see updates,
right? They went week one. There are some people that might have said, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to see it yet." Roke and I had this conversation yesterday. I don't think the whole movie is not about them becoming the new Avengers. It's about them becoming a team. It's about them being a group. But the reveal of the name, it's really the essence of the story is to find out how these band of misfits are going to work together and how they're going to be able to, use their traumas and other things to come together. What they're named, okay, fine, you got it at the end. But the pushback would be, well, wait a minute. The people who didn't see it, that didn't know what the hell the Thunderbolts were, if you start marketing with New Avengers, they're going to go, what's that? Well, that's what the movie is. That's about New Avengers. Oh, really? I didn't know that. It's a more recognizable IP.
Additionally, Kristian, the people who felt like this was a huge spoiler, we already saw these people's names in chairs a month ago.
Right.
So you know who makes it out of the movie. So the only thing that would have been a spoiler to me is if there was possibility that everybody was going to die and then we're New Avengers. That would have been a huge spoiler. But these people have already been announced for Doomsday. So the spoiler is just the name is New Avengers.
Yep. Yeah.
I really liked, by the way, and I don't think that we talked about this, but I really liked why they were called the Thunderbolts. I thought that was a really fun inclusion and fit the theme.
It did.
But them being New Avengers by the end makes perfect sense. And they have the asterisks throughout. I think it's a great I think the marketing all around this movie has been fantastic for months now. From the Super Bowl commercial on, I feel like they've totally nailed tonally what they were supposed to do, how they wanted to get the word out there. The Red Guardian limo service that dropped off for influencers, the asterisks and the announcement that it's New Avengers, everything that David Harbour has done on social. Same with Florence, talking about Florence saying that she felt that this was more like an A24 film. Just everything that's been, and I disagree with that, but just everything that they have said, I feel like has just driven butts to seat. They've been understanding the assignment and they've been trying to get butts in seats.
Well, yeah. And it's like, as I said to you last week, as I said to Roka again yesterday, the big conversation we're going to be having on this show is how did it do week 2?
And how did it do week 1? Because I don't know.
75. Its initial projections is what it hit. Everyone thought it would probably go over those projections.
I think you said 75
initially, when the reviews started coming out and people started raving about it, I popped it back up to around like 85, 86. A lot of other people did too. It wasn't the case. It did decent internationally. But it's a matter of people are like, well, Captain America still did better by a little, but it's also significant difference in budget.
It's kind of interesting. I was talking to some of my family members this week that love the movies but don't know about Marvel, and they were like, "Oh, anything good out right now?" And I was like, "Oh, I really like Thunderbolts," and they were all like, "What's Thunderbolts?" And I was like, "Huh."
Right.
So I wonder if I had said New Avengers.
100%. It's a title that people know. Thunderbolts is kind of in the ear, out the other one. It's like, unless because again, you don't have any major movie stars in it right now. You have people who are very talented, are going to be major movie stars. I think Florence Pugh is on her way, but they're not.
You don't think Florence Pugh is a major movie star?
No, not at all.
Do you think she's the biggest movie star in the movie?
Yes.
More than David Harbour?
David Harbour is probably the most recognizable to mainstream audiences because of Stranger Things. I think if you went through and you said Florence Pugh is in this, you'll get a lot of just like regular audience going, which one's that? She's in this, she's in that, she's in that. Oh yeah. And who about that guy? That guy, the Hopper from Stranger Things. Oh yeah, I know who that is. Do
you think that Sydney Sweeney is bigger than Florence Pugh?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think Florence Pugh is more talented.
Yeah, I wasn't asking who you.
I know. But if the
curious about from you guys in the chat, who do you think is the bigger name, Sydney Sweeney or Florence?
Not better actor, not better thespian, if you will, but the more mainstream.
Yeah,
not to you guys, the mainstream. What do you think? We shall see.
We're at 20 right now, Kristian.
Yes.
And it's just not gonna cut it, my dude.
Well, you got about 12 minutes left, but we're gonna switch out. What do you guys make of this Thunderbolts
12 minutes left. What are you talking about?
12 minutes left until we get to the questions.
Yeah, but then an hour more for them to send it.
Yeah. 12 minutes until we get to the questions. We don't have to worry about that right now.
Okay.
It was about to end the segment, so we can put it on the clip channel.
You do it right now, Kristian.
You interrupted me right in the middle of it. Now I can't do it. I'm too. I
think you got it. I believe in you. Go, Kristian. Go, Kristian. Go.
Don't make me do it.
Okay. So, guys, what do you think? Thunderbolts, new name. Does it work? Does it not work? What say you? Okay, listen. One other story before we get to TV. Let's talk about Sinners. And let's talk about how good this movie has been doing. Again, another 32 million, whatever it was. So what they're aiming for right now, they're aiming for 400 million. 400 million. Ryan Coogler's Sinners may not have set the overseas box office on fire at launch, but domestically it is doing more than enough business to make up for it. The highly acclaimed film was in second place this past weekend. It's third in release, where it pulled in a further $33 million domestically, down just 28%, even with it losing all its IMAX screens to Thunderbolts. Internationally, it made a further $10 million. To date, film has pulled in $179.7 million domestically, 57 overseas. Comic Book Movie reports that estimates have the $90 million budget film potentially ending its run with almost $300 million domestic, $100 million overseas, for a total of $400 million. Box office gurus Gatesh Panda has pointed out that it stands just 17 days. The film has grossed more domestically than the more recent entries in franchises like Indiana Jones, Mission Impossible, that's crazy, Fast and Furious, Hunger Games, Transformers, Planet of the Apes, Creed, Venom, Gladiator, and A Quiet Place. The film will be returning to IMAX theaters after Thunderbolts concludes its 2-week run on the specialty format screens, which should give it a 5th weekend boost. There are no indications of a digital release date as of yet, though the title is available for pre-order. It's a pretty big story of a kind of a original IP kind of doing these kind of numbers. What do you think about this story, Rox?
What story? That Sinners is awesome and doing
Yeah.
well? Like,
yeah,
it's amazing. I love this movie. Everybody I know loves this movie. It's doing gangbusters. The only people who had hesitancy to say it was doing gangbusters were the New York Times and Variety. They got shredded by the internet, like almost universally. It's great that this movie is doing well for so many reasons. It's great for movie theaters. It's great for movie audiences. It's great for creators who want to do more original IP. I think it's awesome for people who are trying to make deals similar to Ryan Coogler's and seeing what he got out of this and possibly can have the rights to their movies in 25 years and get a back end that happens before the full recoup. For so many reasons, Sinners is, I think, going to be spoken about in the history books. And every time I watch a TikTok on this, it opens up my eyes to a different factor of it, a different thing, a different, like, you know, how much research went into the Irish aspect of this or how much went into the Mary part of this. I'm loving all of the behind the scenes stuff about Sinners, and yeah, it's doing well because it's great.
Yeah, and it's yet another feather in the cap for Ryan Coogler, who is just crushing.
Gangbusters.
Yeah. I mean, like I look forward to his movies now. That's why nothing against like the Black Panther franchise. In the same way that I say about Matthew Vaughn, I just want him to get away from Kingsman. I want to see Ryan Coogler do more stuff like this. I want to see him do original movies like the way Nolan's doing, the way that he just did here with Sinners. Do your original movies. Get out of the Marvel place. It'd be great to see him do Marvel stuff again. It'd be great to see him do, you know, big franchise stuff. But I'd rather see him, if he's bringing this kind of stuff to his original movies, I'd rather see him do that because people are going to go see them. Totally. So I hope that happens. But I ask everybody else, what do you think about the fact this movie is still doing well? It made $30 million again this weekend. What will the drop be? Is it going to crunch some numbers out of Thunderbolts again? Is it going to do 10 million next weekend? Is it going to do 15? Put your thoughts in there on both the live stream, on the replay of the show, and of course on the Clips channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the Clips channel, please do. We're trying to get to 10,000 on there. We're approaching 9, so I hope you check that out. Roxy, did we have the conversation last week about I've been telling everybody about this week, the point of origin when I was the extra? We have that conversation?
What?
Did you never? Okay, because I can't remember who I talked about it. When I'd gotten back from people, the audience has heard about the story a million times, but there's a new part of the story that has now unfolded. But to you, this is all new. So when I got back from
UAP story?
No. When I got back from working at the WWE, I got cast as an extra in Ray Liotta's Point of Origin movie, and I ordered a rum and coke next to Ray Liotta.
You showed me. We watched footage.
That's what I'm saying.
Came up where you showed me footage.
Yeah, and then I talked about how I was the burn victim and I did the suck it motion.
Yeah, you told me that, but you
Somebody
didn't.
found it. Somebody found it. That was the follow up. That's the follow up. So
I see.
The whole thing I don't have, but I do have the picture that you can tell. And Roxy, there it is. Amazing, or
You
what?
can only see one of your hands doing it. I
both.
want to see.
You see, look at the left one. The left one's pointed down. The right one's pointed also.
Kinda.
No, trust me. They told me to put my hands to the side. I did not do that.
Hysterical.
I did not do that. So
You must be so proud of yourself.
I'm so proud of myself. I love that.
That's funny.
Lost 16 pounds, Roxy.
How's it going?
Good. 4 days a week. 4 days a week. Feel better.
That's awesome.
It's been good.
Why are you doing 4 days a week?
As opposed to?
Well, I know you moved the show time for you to be working out. So are you doing like Monday through Thursday and then 3 days off? Or what?
I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Take Wednesdays is our day off during the week.
And both Saturday and Sunday off.
Yeah, I can do cardio or just other stuff, but usually it's 4 days to take the break.
What's your goal?
As far as weight?
No,
in general, just honestly, just to get in shape and just to be
like physically feel like you feel good, look good.
Yeah, all of it, all the above.
All of it.
Yeah, all the above. And I need to get the cholesterol down. That's the big thing.
And
So,
is it going down?
I'm going to find out soon. We'll find out.
Okay.
Thursday.
Keep us posted.
I will.
It is funny to have everybody. I just feel like everybody around is trying to get in better health, which is great.
Yeah.
So good. But hearing you talk about it, which is like, I just want to get my health in good shape. And then over on the other channel, everybody knows Greg's obsessed with getting a 6-pack. You know, that's his goal for the year. He is obsessed. Like, it is crazy. And so no matter where I am, all I'm hearing about is everybody's workout routines, everybody's stretches, everybody's
so you're just tired of it.
No, I anybody who wants to be in the best shape that they can be in, I'm proud of them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it is funny because it's just I'm not
for me
used
it's
to all
about
these conversations.
For me it's about just feeling better and making sure, like, because I'm, I don't want to overwork myself and make sure I have energy and feel better. So I did.
And then you got to get in the gym with Matt.
Well, that's the other thing, is that I want to make sure. So Brett had an idea, and people are, I don't know if I brought this up already. I don't know if I brought it up on the air yet. But Brett had an idea, and it's pretty hilarious. Because he's going to be here this week, and we already pitched it to Matt. And Matt loved it. We were going to go to Matt's his dojo, right, or his studio, and Brett and I were going to do jiu-jitsu against each other, and film it and put it on the channel, and
give it a whirl.
And see who listens to Matt the best, and see who throws up first.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
I think we're probably going to do that. Yeah. It's true. Okay. Let's get to some TV stuff, Roxy. It's TV time with the Roxinator. And we got some choices. There's a new show that we have all heard about. It's not appropriate for a lot of people. It's called
Cock?
Nope, that's not it.
What is Mike laughing at?
I can't remember, but isn't that a great sound bit?
Yeah, it's great.
Pretty great. Where is all the TV stuff? There it is. Okay, first one.
Do you play cock to the other people?
It's an interesting question. Yeah, sometimes I bring it up. Absolutely. There's some good ones. I don't know. I wonder what the audience's favorite. All right, audience. Let's ask the audience. You know what, Luke? Ridiculous poll time. What is everybody's favorite soundbite out of these four? Because I think you only get 4 in the poll.
Hit us with 4.
All right, first one.
Mustard.
People like that one.
Mm-hmm.
People. Number 2.
Cock.
3.
Motherfucking Batman.
And 4. I want to say let's put that poll up there. I want to see what everybody's favorite one is. I think everybody likes that one the best, but it's pretty good. All right, Roxy, it's time. Let's get into some stuff. All right, are you ready?
Are you ready, kids? Aye, Captain.
All right, I guess the other one people wanted me to play was the one with Steph disappearing, but
that's
it's
the
not
greatest clip, but it's not a soundbite.
It's not a soundbite. All right, here's the next one. First one. Just kidding.
I'm watching Andor.
You love it.
Everyone loves it. This redheaded character was real upset during this arc.
Oh my god. All right, let's move on. Oh, we talked about this one too.
I love The Last of Us. I think that Izzy and Bella have such great chemistry. Love it. Man, the rehearsal is must-watch television right now. This is so crazy. This week's episode, I don't even know what to make of it. Last week had the great episode 2 was unbelievable. Episode 3, Kristian, he does the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Worse than last week?
Television. Last week was not disgusting.
It was unhinged.
What'd you say?
You said it was just unhinged.
Unhinged. He like went after like anti-Semitism, and it was wild to see what he did. This episode, he decides to he's trying to learn more about pilots and flights. So he turns himself into Sully, the pilot Sully. Mm-hmm. And he wants to be Sully from birth till throughout his life. So there's like a moment where he's a baby and drinking milk from somebody's nipple, like a fake nipple, in a baby outfit where everybody's on stilts around him for him to really try. It's just truly unhinged. And you don't know, is this really what he thinks is working? What is happening here? Watching it was like, it's the craziest show on TV. It's so, so great.
Okay. Next one. What? What?
Nothing. Just you're going to time out everybody in the chat except for the person who says they don't like Jews.
I didn't time out anybody. I didn't even see where I'm looking. Let's see. Is there something in there?
Whatever. Anyway, continue.
Let me find it.
It's my whole life. It's fine. I get sent every single day.
You got to realize that I'm not looking at the chat the way you are.
He says, I'm from Ireland, and Ireland does not like Jews.
I don't know where that is. Let's
fine. Just put up the next thing, Kristian. Don't make me sit here like this. Put up the next thing.
Fine.
You had its finale, and it was, I thought, really good. Madeline Brewer, I'm loving watching her on my screen, not only on here, but on Handmaid's Tale. She's amazing. The ending was great, and I felt he got was coming to him. So good closing.
Spoiler.
And yeah, it was cool. Kristian, I don't know if I'm sure this has happened to you before, but I won't say what, but I auditioned for a role on this season.
Oh.
And so it was really fun to watch.
Oh, the role itself.
Yeah, because it was a completely different interpretation of it, and it was really, really well done. So I think that's always kind of fun to see what they were going for or whatever it was. And just in general, I liked the show.
Okay, let's see. Next one.
I am on episode 5 of this right now. Which are you caught up?
No, I'm only one episode in.
Okay. What?
I'm only one episode in.
Is that true? You were saying you love the show.
I said I liked what I saw after episode 1.
Wow, you are so behind. The show is really doing it for me.
Okay.
I really like this show.
Yeah. Sarah loves it.
It's so good.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I really like this show. I think that it's interesting. I'm a half episode behind, and but it's got me. I mean, I binged it, so it's definitely got me. The relationships are interesting. I think this is a great role for Helen Mirren. We don't see a character like her on TV often, and I'm just really into her.
Okay, so there you go. Those are the picks, right? That's everything.
No,
I
don't think so.
That's all I got.
No, let me look.
That's all Luke put in here.
Luke, there it is.
Yep.
How
about this?
Let me see. I'm looking at what I sent. There we go. The studio, so good. So good. I love the studio. It's like
the last episode was great.
My entertainment every week, and you just want some good shows that aren't going to make you feel awful.
Yep.
You didn't put up the new one this week that is my favorite to talk about this week, which is 4 Seasons.
I do not have that graphic. It's not in here.
Luke fucked you.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy, Luke.
Is it any good, that show?
So this is why I wanted to talk about it. I binged the whole thing. You know what this is? The Tina Fey, Steve Carell, Coleman Domingo. You know this one? Have you seen this?
I know what the show is. I haven't seen it.
So star-studded, and it's kind of like a romance comedy. It started in a way that I was like, oh, this show's going to be okay, and I'm just going to binge through it really quick, but it's fun and easy. And then we hit about halfway through, and I was like, actually, this show's really good. And It really grew on me. 4 seasons isn't about, I think that it's not a good name for the show because a lot of people are thinking this is going to be like a White Lotus, 4 seasons hotel. It's not about the hotel. It's about seasons of life. And the show takes place over different seasons, over 4 seasons. Which I think that, that name didn't fully work for me. But in general, I thought that the show did a good job and built and built and built. And then when we get to the finale, the final moments make you realize, oh, they're going for a season 2. Because I thought this was going to just be a mini series, but this is going to be a new show, and they definitely have me for season 2.
Okay, so that was the last one.
Yes, that was the last
All
one.
right, well there you go. To make sure you check out Roxy's TV picks.
Luke, what happened?
I know he said he made it. Luke does a lot. How about this?
What did he say?
Said he made the graphic itself. Why am I getting an echo through your computer? I hate it. All right,
Has it been the whole time? I haven't touched it.
No, just now. But he made the graphic. He just didn't have a chance to upload it. Whatever. All right, let's get into the questions now. Rox, you got to take out Roca.
We got a long way to go. We got to chugga, choo choo.
He was by the time we got the question section for him yesterday, he already started at like 38 or something. You're at 24.
Wow, we got to keep it pushing.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're not even going to have a competition because I think tomorrow, because I never told you this. So Lewis Pullman, that interview last week, it got canceled. So then I was supposed to do it yesterday, and then they pushed it to today. So we'll see if it happens. I'm supposed to do it after this show. So if it does happen, that will be tomorrow's episode.
My invite got lost in the mail.
You wouldn't even know to stay on after this. You got to go somewhere. You always had. I didn't even bother.
You would ask.
Shay Mark, I thought Shay was pretty memorable. Either way, welcome back. Welcome to. You just sent me the graphic now. Too late now, buddy boy.
Buddy boy.
Sean Peterson. Schmoes fan since Toad Hop and followed you since. Thank you, Sean. Any chance for old Schmoes cast on shows? Also, underrated part of Collider Live was Cody Hall. Cody was the best.
Cody's awesome. He was so funny on that show.
Yeah, I think you got a good shot of Ellis coming in. Love to have Ellis on the show. Go Pal. Can't make.
He's the only one
right now. I mean, McCougar was supposed to come on, and Riley. They're supposed to come on. So can't make the live.
What's up with you and Ken?
If Ken wants to come on, Ken
What's up with you and Finstock?
If Finstock wants to come on, come on.
When's the last time you spoke to Alicia Malone?
I don't know.
I see her on my Grammy. I walk into Grammy's house and she's watching Alicia all the time, and it's like
she's doing great.
Yeah, because it's Turner Classic Movies. It's so fun to watch. Grammy loves Alicia.
It's great. She's great. She's fantastic. Go Pal. What's the best song you got from a movie or a TV show? For me, it was With a Little Help from my friends from the Wonder Years. Also, The End and Painted Black from Apocalypse Now and Devil's Advocate. Those are all good ones. I mean, there's so many. You know what's funny? Roxy just mentioned this is only because she mentioned it recently, and I've been listening to it religiously because of Warrior. What's the name of the band?
National. So the good.
The end. There's 2 songs in Warrior for the National, but the one at the end is the one I've been listening to over and over
today.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
Just so good.
So good. That's amazing. I mean, I guess my gut answer is I'll Be There For You. It's the first one that I think of just because Friends is the show that I watch the most.
Oh, okay.
But there's got to be, there was one song by Magical Clouds that played in, this is such a deep cut and random, but I just became obsessed with it. It's called Downtown by Magical Clouds. And it played in an Amy Schumer movie where like she doesn't feel like she's pretty enough, but the world thinks she's pretty or something. One of those, I'm pretty, I feel pretty, something like that. And that song I love and listen to all the time.
That's a good one.
You don't know it?
No, I do know it.
You know Downtown by Magical Clouds?
Yeah, it's played in my house like every single day.
What's it sound like, Kristian?
Every single day, I'll be there for me and you.
Literally told you the title is called Downtown.
So come on downtown and come check me out.
That's it.
I'll be there.
I'll be there for you, baby. Just checking it out. Dancing around, showing it off because it's downtown. I'm gonna take you downtown. I'm gonna go downtown for you because I love you. Yes, you, with your blonde hair and your disdain for me. I'll go downtown anytime you want.
People saying downtown is very popular. It's not downtown.
Yeah.
That's not the song. It's Magical Clouds.
Okay.
We're going downtown.
Well, there's John Lee.
Like
John Lee.
running around.
John Lee says that the rehearsal is the best show this year. It's one of the weirdest and interesting shows in years. Not for everyone, but can't stop watching it like a car crash.
Totally.
I don't know if I can just get myself into it. I don't think so. Seattle KO. It's now the New Avengers of old Christine, not to be confused with the New Adventures of old Christine. True. Thank you, Seattle KO. It's a great. Is that Shogun, Hua, and Rampage?
That's funny. What?
In his picture, I think that's Shogun and Rampage.
The pictures are so small on my end that it looks like a person sucking another person's.
No.
Huh?
Say it again, but don't say the word. No.
It looks like a person sucking another person.
Perfect. All right. Let's go. Next one. Thank you so much for that, Seattle KO. Currently at 28, Roxy, making a little bit of a comeback. Not too
Making my way downtown.
Is that how the song goes? I think.
No, that's a different song.
Oh, I think I like Big Balls, his version. You don't? You haven't seen him in a while. You don't miss him? No. Nick Alexander. The Thunderbolts was so good. I love the team dynamic and a message done right. Yep. Nick Fury, Hawkeye, Thor, Paul Bettany, Jarvis, then Vision, Hulk have all been in all phases with Bucky and Loki. That's a good call. Yeah, that's true. They have been on in a lot of those phases. That's true. That's a great trivia question. That would have been a good one for the throwdown. It's like which characters have made it all the way through? You know?
What? How many points?
Would you get? That's probably a 5-pointer if you can get it in the right amount of time, right? Which character? Yeah, I don't know. That's a PLD and PJ question. Mike Joyce, has any character come into a show like Isabella Merced and stolen the show away from the main character? I'm surprised by how much I like Dina. It's a great point. Someone said to me recently too. They're more invested in Dina than they are Ellie, and I don't know if I disagree yet. I think I'm 50-50.
But what about the question?
There have been shows that have come in that I'm sure, you'd probably answer this better than me, but I'm sure there's been some characters that have come in that, I'll give you one. Urkel.
Yeah, that's a really good one. But that wasn't a come in. Wasn't he there from the beginning?
No, he was in one of the episodes up top. It was like a guest appearance. And then people loved his appearance so much they started writing the whole show around him.
I think the first one that I can think of is Frank Reynolds on It's Always Sunny as Danny DeVito when he came in season 2. It just was like, he's the greatest.
Never really watched that show.
That's crazy to me. That's like so up your alley, I would think.
Commander Coulson, once Last of Us is done, could you react to the game cutscenes? I know it's like 10 hours, so it could be a series, at least when the series ends. I don't want to say no, but I also don't want to say yes. It's just because right now I have the good news is that I just booked Tina for a whole bunch of different things. We're going to watch the Mission Impossible series and a bunch of other things together. We're going to finish Final Fantasy, and I've never seen the original Lilo and Stitch. So I'm gonna, she never saw it either.
Family.
I know. I assumed that she had seen it because I know it. I know that it reminds me of my old pug. I'm sure I've seen snippets here and there, but I've never seen the movie. I couldn't even read it. I just know it's about an alien.
Your girls not like it?
I can't get them to watch it. And I think it's probably a good idea. It's a good thing. Like the little one wants to see the live action, but I was like, well, let's watch the original. And she's like, I don't want to watch that. I was like,
I feel like you would say absolutely no to this, but them doing the reaction with you for Lilo and Stitch would be gangbusters.
Can I tell you how many times they've both asked me to do reactions?
And you just don't want to?
No, I don't want to put them. I don't want to subject them to trash heap that's the internet. I'm not doing that to my kids. They're kids, and kids look at one comment and see one comment negatively.
You have to have them not see the comments.
Yeah, and you can't do that. They're kids.
Turn the comments off on that episode.
People are just such rotten dicks sometimes. Not everybody. There'll be a lot of support for them too, but just the ones.
There's one podcast that I've started watching. I forget the name of it, but they post on social all the time of a dad and his little kid who's maybe 2.5.
Okay.
And they do a podcast together, and it is the funniest effing thing.
I've seen it.
It's called like Spilt Milk or
I
something.
think I've seen something like
And
that.
it is so funny. And the dad, like this week, he was like, "What do you know about taxes?" He's like, "The thing with taxes is it's milk." It's just like
It's really good.
it's hysterical.
It's good. Mike Joyce, you should use Wikipedia if you get confused while watching. I look people up there while watching and I forget them, place names as well. Yeah, but I don't think Roxy wants to feel like she's doing homework when she's
And
watching.
I do that. I stop and I Google like Gorham or whatever.
Well, then you should look at Wikipedia. He's right.
Yeah,
If you're going to
okay.
do that, you should look at Wikipedia. Yeah. Hasbro 24. What's the deal with spiders? Well, I mean, they're everywhere. They're on the planet. They're in Gorman. What are they doing there? And why are they all not real?
Well, I thought that this week I found out that those spiders are the toys that they're giving are like gift shop kind of toys. I thought they were trying to say those were the spiders, and I was like, those look so fake.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. Oh, there's a new clip. Oh, you want to see the new clip? Apparently, you want to see the new clip?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a new clip. I don't even know what it is. Luke just sent me a new clip. Let's see what this is. All right, everybody. Is this going to be a? Where is it? Oh, I got to change it to MP4. But I'm very curious to see what this is. And do we have an update on the poll yet? What's the who's leading the poll? I'm going to guess it's Mike. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. Screen recording. Here it is. Let's see what this clip is, Rox. I don't know. We'll find out very soon. But until we get to that, let's get some more. We're 41 now. Not bad, Roxy. 41. And here is RQMD SMD support for Roxy and the National Brain Tumor Society.
Thank you. The link is on my Instagram right now. I hit over $2,000 raised today, so keep it going.
Amazing. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that you're doing that. How does that work for you? Because I never understand. I guess I can ask you. I can ask you on the air. I can ask you off the air. Do you like getting texts from friends on Mother's Day, or do you prefer not to?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
I don't even know what to do.
Here's the one text that I can tell you the whole story off air, but the one text you shouldn't send a person who has lost somebody on that day is Happy Mother's Day.
Right.
That's what and some people be doing that, and that's silly. Say thinking of you on this day or whatever. But I always think that's so funny because I do have a few people. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, and obviously their intention is right, but it's just like, hey, you gotta think.
What about you? Like on your brother's birthday, or just in general? Do you like getting messages?
Yeah, it's nice. You do every time, and I think the way you do it is right. Yeah.
But also, if somebody doesn't, it's like I no.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, of course. I'm just, you know me, I'm notoriously bad about when it comes to.
I still can't believe you texted Brett and not Kate for their birthdays. It's so silly.
I know, I forgot. Well, remember the thing that I did about my sister-in-law?
That's the best.
Sister-in-law is the best ever.
That's the best.
I tagged I said my sister-in-law, I love her so much. Great, so excited to have her as my sister-in-law. Happy birthday! And I tagged Stacey Howard.
It's so good.
Stacey Howard tweeted me and blasted me on Twitter. It was the most hilarious thing
Amazing
ever. It was the best. It was so good how she did. It was one of the funniest things ever.
That's another name I haven't heard in a while.
Stacey Howard. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know, it's true. Sorry, we had 41. Let's see. We did that one. That was the last one. Sorry, I lost a few of these because when I tried to jump to this clip, and I'll play the clip after we go through the questions, because then we won't lose this shit.
We're moving and grooving now, though.
We are moving right now. We're at 41 thus far, trying to at least catch Roka for the day. All right, here you go. Chris A. Ellie and Dina have their love scene in the beginning of the game before Joel dies. They are the ones who go out and find Joel and Tommy. That's what I'm saying. Makes more sense. Way more sense. Way more sense. It's priorities. What's the mission of?
But that doesn't say that they do what you want afterwards. But I am curious about that. So, but I really liked that it took Dina almost losing Ellie to know that she wanted to be. Yeah, I don't know that would have worked as well for me, but maybe it would have.
I don't know. I just think the writing seemed like it was better. All right. Ken Bing 8. Finally, time to show my daughter's Young Frankenstein, and I'm psyched. Thanks, Kristian. Hi from me, Roxy. I love.
Go Celtics.
You've seen Young Frankenstein, right?
I think so. When I was a kid.
Oh, you got to watch that. You just said something that made me have to say something.
Oh my God, I knew it. I've been trying not to bring it up because it's just like the worst. Is it gonna be about last night or no?
So the other day, I said to my friend James, because I don't bet on things. I mean, sometimes I do. I shouldn't say I don't bet on things, but I'm not like a heavy gambler. When I have certain things, or certain times when we have, especially when we have like we'll have DraftKings or something, so I'll do some stuff. But casual gambler, I'll call myself. And I said I don't really usually love betting on my teams, but I got a feeling about the Knicks in Game 1. I got a feeling, and so I wound up placing a bet for the for Game 1, and boy, am I glad that I did. And they were losing by 20. I was like, "Up, maybe that was a bad choice." And then at the end there, woo-wee, OT, baby. Now,
so funny.
you guys are gonna piss
How
on
much
our
did you
face
win?
too. I don't want to tell you that. I'll tell you that off here.
Was it a lot?
I think a nice amount.
Hell yeah.
It was good odds.
I don't like how you won it, but I'm happy for you that you won money.
Now,
I have never in my life won money when betting. I've only lost so much that when I was younger, my therapist said to me, never again. I would come in like devastated.
I had a feeling. Spencer Drake. Thank you, Spencer. Spencer became a member. I love that. Thank you, Spencer. I love all the new members. Chinchilla Dave. Marvel put their neck out with Thunderbolts with little runway to Doomsday remaining. Sad villains who won with a group hug and become the Avengers. Damn. I don't know if you're pissing on it or not, but I like what they did there. It gives a little bit of it gives some flavor to it. Mirjam, support for the lovely Roxy and Kristian. Am I lovely too? I think I'm lovely.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
I think sometimes I'm lovely. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the next one here, and that is Steve Frederick. You should get Jen Sturger. I'd love to get Jen on to talk about the Netflix documentary. She'd be discussing the downfall of Favre. Tuesdays are my favorite shows. We've had Jen on when the show was Big Thing. She's been on. And she even came in.
She's on the doc.
I'm sure.
She's in the doc.
I'm sure she is.
I would love to be here for that. I love Jen. And she's been posting a lot about this. And as we see in the trailer, she says that he literally destroyed her life.
Yeah.
And any support or anything that could be helpful for her.
I got to see that trailer.
You haven't checked out the trailer?
I didn't even know it was coming out until about 5 seconds ago. Shogun.
For real? That's how you just found that out?
Yeah. I'm not. I don't think you realize I'm not as active on social media as you think I am. Shogun Orta, but in the story in the MCU, even in Thunderbolts, they say that Sam is forming his own real Avengers. So, what is that copyright about? The name. It's the name. Because that's they don't. It's like anything. Okay, let's see. Next one. And again, thank you to everybody in here so far.
I like Shogun spelled it Avengers. The real Avengers.
All right. ZB. Any word of Taskmaster, the early exit has IRL cause. I don't know.
Anywhere.
What that means. IRL.
Real life cause.
I don't know what that means, ZB.
What's in real life cause? Like you're saying they didn't like the performer, so
what they were doing because maybe they cut some stuff out leading up to it. I don't know. I if that is what you're asking, I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know why they did the early exit. All right, let's see. It's so funny. Someone didn't realize that Big Balls was me. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. The reveal has been revealed. All right, next one after that. And again, thank you, ZB, and thank you to everybody else who's in here with the questions. And Mike Joyce comes up and says, I'm caught up with the rehearsal. There's truly no show like it. Roxy, if you could sum up someone's life the way Nathan Fielder does, who would you choose? I don't know what that means.
So, like I told you, he's being Sully from baby on. So he is trying to live Sully's life. It's like, whose shoes would you want to try to put yourself in to better understand how they were able to do what they did? And it would have to be one of the greats, but then it'd be more fun to be like a queen or like, I don't know, curious about some of the greatest artists of all time.
Yeah.
Nobody specific is coming to mind right now, but
okay. Well,
Hi, Janine in the chat.
Janine,
The Bean and the Machine.
Machine's in the chat.
The
I
Machine.
love Janine. I miss Janine. I haven't seen
You know
Janine.
that Janine designs all our Shijek shirts?
No, that's great.
Yeah.
She's a
Oh, yeah.
very talented artist, and she's
Yeah,
also been
so good.
crushing on TikTok too. Janine, I follow up.
Yeah, she's
I
awesome.
love her. She's one of my favorite humans.
Me too.
McCovely, CC, Kristian, I don't know what crackhead told you they made a big deal or had discussed Ellie's immunity. Last of Us is all about love, not about giving your body for science. Last of Us 2 is my favorite piece of media. Hey, to each their own, man. Look, and
Wait, I don't know what. Wait, go back.
He said
I don't
that,
know what crackhead told you they made a big deal.
yeah, he's saying that.
Oh, like in the show? I mean,
I heard in the game. I heard more so in the game that they had. That I didn't hear. Like I said, I didn't hear that they made a big deal about it. As more so, I heard is more about the revenge aspect than it is the love angle. That's what
you heard. The order of things were different. You said,
and the order, and clearly it was.
What crackhead told you that?
I know. His name was Jonas.
Oh.
Fred Fajardo. What do you think about Ryan Coogler hypothetically directing Blade, especially after the success of Sinners? I think that would be a mistake. I think to jump to another vampire movie, I think he probably was approached about Blade and then made his own vampire movie, and I think exactly what he should do. I think doing another vampire movie and another Marvel movie, he's got bigger fish to fry.
I think Ryan Coogler should do anything he would want to, and Blade would be lucky to have him as a director.
Sure.
However, I'm with you that I doubt that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, why just do another one of those? Matt Krugman became a YouTube member. So excited to see all the new YouTube members, new patrons. The goal is to try to put Black Widow on unedited up on Patreon and membership very, very soon, and then follow that up with Shang Chi. That is the goal. Okay.
Let's go in the super chats, y'all. 45 right now. Got to keep it pushing.
45, not too bad, not too bad. All right, let's see. This is the next one. See Michael T. Roxy, I loved your reaction to the wild robot. Had you never seen it before?
No.
Oh man, it was good.
So
Yeah,
beautiful. It came out yesterday. That was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I really dug that one.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty
so
awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've seen it twice.
Oh, really?
I saw it in the theater, and then I watched it with Sam, and I could not get my. I thought my little one would love it. She wouldn't watch it. She watched like 2 seconds. I
thought it was really beautiful.
I loved it. Joey Pedras, Roxy. I think Nathan gets the Curse season 2 picked up after last week's episode of the rehearsal.
I told you, Kristian, that he last week went after Paramount Plus for pulling this episode about anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
they pulled off. So he said in it, like, I hadn't wanted to say this because the Curse was currently in production. No, I don't think Paramount is gonna let him have the Curse 2 after that. I don't know that they would have anyway, though. It seems like there's no love lost there.
Yeah. Okay. Zach Robert.
Make me look differently at Paramount.
Love for Roxy. Can I get a mustard?
Yeah.
Roxy, you got to do mustard.
Mustard.
I don't hate it. Mirjam. Love Ellie singing the Aha song on Last of Us. Didn't she sing that last season also? I feel like she did, didn't she?
Did Joel Teacher take on me?
I thought so. I feel like that.
I thought that was so beautiful, and
nice.
This is why it's so important to have so many special skills, which I need to implement more.
Yeah.
Because Bella Ramsey knows how to play the guitar,
right?
And they would not have been able to do that otherwise.
And she sings pretty well too. Yeah, it was nice. Edward Collins second. Warfare is on video on demand. You can do reaction. Probably. I probably will. I don't know who to see it with. But
what is that?
It's that war movie that came out about a month ago that people were loving. I missed it in the theater.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it. Who's in it?
Joseph Quinn.
Oh.
Michael Gandolfini. There's quite a few people.
Michael Gandolfini's really doing it for me.
He is. He's great. Shay Markel. Kristian, congrats on your 16 pounds down. Thanks, Shay. I've lost 12. Congratulations. Fortunately, I did a brutal leg day on Saturday. I may have given myself whatever that is. Rhamdoliliosis. It doesn't sound good.
I don't know what it is, but can't be good.
I'll tell you what. I'm so glad because I told you, and I think that my friend Chris, who I've been working out with, he's been working out since he's like 18 years old, and he's going to start doing some reactions, I think, with me too. But he started us on legs. So the first thing that I ever did actually was legs. So it's always part of my routine now. Everybody gets bummed about doing legs, but I don't because it's like the first day of my week. Mistak.
Can't skip leg day.
Can't wait to see Brett versus Kristian with Sarah. Yeah, it'd be pretty funny. Nerds Engage support. Thank you, Nerds Engage. Matt Krugman, I worked on a film 2 summers ago called Marshmallow with Punisher Georgia Wigham and Corbin Burnson. It should be on streaming next month. Would mean the world to me if you guys checked it out. Well, thank you, Matt. It's like, this is always the tough thing. I always like to be honest with people too, because I do get requests a lot of times to check out movies and stuff. It is very hard for me to see things outside of, when I'm going to see in the theater with the reactions and everything else too. I'm not telling you that I won't, Matt. I'm telling you, first of all, congratulations on that. That's really great. It is very tough for me. Like Roxy just said, there's so much shit that I haven't seen that I probably should see, and I'm still on episode 1 of Mobland. So
I'm looking right now. It's 1 hour 33 minutes. Smart of you, Matt, to keep it short. I hope that it kicks butt for you, my dude.
Yeah. Haskell, what a comeback last night versus Boston. Go Knicks, go Knicks. Hell yeah. Come on. Good comeback. Craig's Media Corner. I get where Christian's coming from with the episode. My thoughts are, I feel like Dina knows that Ellie wouldn't have any answers like how, why. It's too easy of an answer, though, Craig.
Even if she doesn't know how or why, I understand that it's still relevant to ask, how long have you known?
Right.
What have you done about it?
Right.
Did Joel know? Like,
right. Yeah. And the answer, what the writers will tell you is, well, but the audience already knows that already. We don't want to repeat it. Yeah, but Dina doesn't know that, so she should know it, and you should repeat it. RQMDSMD support for Roxy. Great show today. Thank you, RQ.
Woo!
Which wrestler is famous for that? Roxy.
Oh, Ric Flair.
Nice. Loshi. Doomsday is cool, but when we get in Tropic Thunder 2, never happened. Especially
how my brain shuts down with trivia.
I know, but you did good.
I froze, and then
you didn't freeze. You got it within. You got it within the 15. You got it.
Okay.
Nathan Stout. You got to get JTE. That was one of my favorite
I'll
things.
never forget. One time, Mark Ellis asked me. He was like, "No, you'd be good at trivia. Like, for example, knowing that I know about Aerosmith, he was like, what's the greatest Aerosmith song?" And I was like, I couldn't come up with one Aerosmith song. Like, my whole brain, I was like,
wow. Yeah. Yeah, I think now though, your brain is used to it. Brooklyn, has anyone ever told you they weren't gay? It was just really dark in here. It's funny. Ass Man, is it Thunderbolts, New Avengers, or New Avengers? I think it's just New Avengers. Shay Markel, obviously Bucky is wild to not join the team led by the predecessor of his best friend. He's known Sam for years. He's known them for 34 minutes. Yeah, but me, I don't know. That's not a bad. I mean, that's very true. But there's got to be a reason why. We've got to see that scene between the two of them as far as why. Have to. Right? As far as why Bucky wouldn't join Sam.
Well, we have that one line where he's like, I tried to talk to him. He wouldn't go for it. So,
right.
Yeah.
But why? Yeah. Shay, I meant successor.
What was the last one?
He was talking about for Bucky.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. And we follow it up. Michael Baldwin. I agree with Mike Joyce. James Gunn treat Isabella well because we're witnessing the birth of a star. Is Aaron Pierre too old for a Green Lantern Hawkgirl relationship? I don't know. How old is Aaron Pierre? Let's see. Aaron Pierre.
I definitely don't think so because Isabella, I think, he's
30. And
I think she's like 25.
Let me check age. 23. So still only 7 years. No, not too old. 7 years?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But what? But is there a Jon Stewart Hawk Girl?
You're at above my pay grade. Ryan S. Do Sam or Tina know about Point of Origin? Would be fun to see the reaction, not knowing about your.
And also, Hawk Girl is. I'm just thinking about this. She's ancient. Hawk Girl's like hundreds of years old.
No, is she? You know better than I do. No, I don't think that they do know, but I mean, maybe it's like a clip I could play for them. It's the whole. I don't know if I could do a full video on it. It's like a 2-second clip. Sun Tzu. I like Pullman's kid, but I feel like Skarsgård, the Tarzan one, would have been a more mature century and possibly a bigger draw, but overall solid film. Yeah, I kind of disagree with you on that one. I like what Pullman did and how he brought that in there. I'm digging it.
I feel Skarsgård, the Tarzan one.
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård, True Blood.
Oh, and I understand. Yeah. I understand. But was he up for it?
Don't know. I think he's just talking about look in general.
Okay, that's interesting because the only thing that I ever hear anybody compare is to Stephen Yeun,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mike Joyce, good voting options. What about Top Gun guy? That's all big thing stuff. Communication and just Pan's Labyrinth stuff. But that's
What
more
do you mean that's all big thing stuff?
Well, that's big thing stuff.
What do you mean?
Those are big thing clips that I
Isn't
don't
this
have.
the big thing?
No, we changed it to Kristian Harloff Show like a year ago, remember?
I do remember that. I'm just saying, like you're saying that was a different iteration of the show.
Kind of. I mean, it was like there were different sound bites that I used for that. It was like once we changed it over, it was different vibes. I don't have those sound bites anymore. That's not. I don't know necessarily if that's even true. Mogero, the fact that there isn't a new Shang Chi movie that's just a kung fu tournament introducing Iron Fist is crazy. I know. It is weird that they didn't do a second one. I don't understand why. C Black, I think we're getting another chair reveal for Doomsday on Thursday. Really? Brie Larson's post hints at Thursday. Oh my god, another live stream. I don't know, but are we gonna do another live stream on those?
No, look.
Unknown Warriors own the Celtics. Well, hopefully that they can play the Knicks, because I'd like to see the Celtics go bye-bye. It's me, Steve. When will we see the first trailer?
So hard to talk trash when what happened last night happened.
It's one game. I'm telling you.
Brie Larson says it's taking me a minute to remotely have words to express what Elektra has meant to me. Oh no, that's about. I don't see anything.
Read it out if you find out that there's something that's relevant.
Okay.
When will we see the first teaser for Doomsday? Well, they just started shooting now, so I would probably tell you in like March or April. No, that's not true because it comes out in May, doesn't it? When the hell does it come out? No, that's not true. Probably maybe December. Maybe December. Levi became a YouTube member. Thank you. Enjoying all the new members, man.
Oh, Levi.
Ryan S. Good luck with the 5K, Roxy. I'll be donating. There you go.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Anything helps.
Bitch boy, you should get Regal Unlimited sponsor. A great deal. Hey, tell them to sign up. Tell them to reach out. Let's go Regal. Sean McCabe. I volunteers tribute for the Warfare reaction. You saw it too, didn't you? I am very excited to see that one because that's a movie I hear is really great. Nathan Drake, which show is slower, Bored Again or Andor? What the hell's Bored Again? Just kidding.
Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
It's an insult.
Yeah. Just kidding. I hope tonight's episodes are great. I'm with Mike. I think it needs a little juice. You're gonna get your juice tonight. You're gonna get your juice tonight.
I didn't find Daredevil to be slow either. So
yeah, you're gonna get your juice. Okay. Nathan Drake. By the way, what is Saw doing? Have they explained that? Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
What was the explanation, Kristian?
What is he doing? He's as far as on that planet? Recon.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Saw franchise. No.
RQMD SMD support.
Wait, who Saw? Which one Saw?
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh.
Shay Markel. Last one for now, Roxy. The new Avengers don't stand a chance in a fight. I'm betting Avengers, Sam, Spider-Man, Shuri, Hawkman, Ant-Man, Wasp, Hulk, Thor, Rhodes. I mean, that's a big team. That's a big team.
I thought that the Saw comment, because the Saw franchise, they axed the most recent movie, and now they're talking about like ending the franchise, and then possibly they're not going to end the franchise. There's been a lot of controversy in the Saw movies.
Right, it's true.
But that's not what that was about.
Yeah.
And now I know.
And now you know. Knowing's half the battle.
Now you know. I like that one.
You missed now you know?
Yeah.
Can you remember the character's name that says it?
I didn't know there was a character that says
Oh
that.
my God, Roxy. Let's see. Watch how much the audience knows about this show more than you do. Guys, what's the name of the character that says, how you doing now you know? Let's see who gets it first. Saying Roxy doesn't know my name, now you know. Sitting on the bus, now you know. I'm talking to my friends, now you know. Unknown supporters, OFR Kristian. Thank you. No, it's not Richard. Richard is a whole different character.
So, somebody said Philip, Duke, Richard.
Nope. Oh my God, they're not getting it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, because what are you talking about?
Oh, Brett would know.
Okay, what's the answer?
Charles.
Oh, I never heard that.
Yep. Christopher Scott. Roxy, what is your favorite part of Thunderbolts? Kristian, you can answer too. Oh, thank you. Go ahead, Roxy. You were asked.
I liked anything with Florence and Lewis together. I really like that moment. She's brave enough to enter into the void.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was a good scene. I like the I really enjoyed there's a lot of that I dug, but I really enjoyed their first fight, how they all got together and pair it off like when they all met one another. That was pretty good. Apparently, right now the Batman Giamatti is winning the poll at 35%. So okay. C Black Bree responded and said, "Time for a new chapter will be revealed on Thursday." Okay.
We responded where? I'm not seeing what you're talking about.
I'm not sure. Well, she said somewhere. RQMDSMD support for Roxy.
Thank you, my dude. Thanks to everybody who sent in support so far. What was Roka's number?
72.
Okay, so we're
63.
10 away from beating Roka.
Yes, and we're about to sign off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, not if they don't let us.
Not if they don't let us. But Instagram is apparently with us. So let me play that. You know what I'll do? I'll give them a second. I'll look. I don't know what this clip is.
Yeah, you said we were going to play the clip.
Just me laughing.
Play it again. Probably you're gasping.
I'm sucking air. All right. Here's one. Mike Joyce. You see the wild UFO talk on Rogan the other day. It wasn't wild. It was Hal Puthoff has been saying this stuff forever. It's more mainstream that you should listen to it. But Hal Puthoff is someone. I mean, that's all. If you've been following the topic, he's been saying these types of things for a very long time. But I'm glad that he was able to. He was talking about remote viewing. He's talking about a lot of different things. It's absolutely.
I think it was wild. I don't think wild.
No, I mean, I think it's in the context of like if it's the first time you're ever hearing it, of course. But in the context of like, yeah, this is the type of stuff that was.
You and I haven't been talking about what's been going on for the last couple.
Did you see the stuff at the briefing?
I've been paying very close attention. Yeah. But what specifically are you talking about?
The briefing about when they had Eric Davis, who's one of the lead scientists, come out and basically confirm the different alien species to
four different types, the like gray, small gray,
to the actual Congress people, like, and the fact that it's not covered on every single. This isn't like some crackpot out of nowhere. Like, oh, this guy's crazy. He was a scientist hired by the government.
I know. Yeah. I don't know what to make of it, other than we're obviously being guarded with the information that we get on these major platforms. It's crazy.
Yeah. Old man Mike.
But is it going to change?
We'll see. There's supposed to be another hearing. The one thing that I think should give you hope is so Eric Burleson, who is one of the people kind of running the thing, he hired David Grush. David Grush now again has a government job, and he works for Burleson's office.
What's the job?
It's basically that hearing that you saw and bringing those people forward. That's very much what Grush helped do. Bring those people forward, get people because they trust Grush more than they trust like Arrow. And so Grush is involved they said like a 3-month period, but during that time they've already announced they're doing another hearing to which. So the question is, there's new whistleblowers that are coming forward, and let's see what this next one is. The last hearing was a bag of farts, so let's see if the next one is worth anything. Old man Mike, having played Last of Us 2 3 times, this episode drove me nuts.
Huh?
That's fair. Nathan Drake.
Of course, the people who played the game are going to have a completely different perspective.
Yeah, of course, like reading the book. Yeah. Roxy looking fire. Do you miss the Schmodown? I guess that's both of us.
There's a book?
No, I'm just saying for people who read books, like if you're reading like a Game of Thrones book. But Roxy looking fire. Do you miss the Schmodown? I guess both of us will answer
that. What I miss most is the old school Schmodown. Like when it was me and the Odd Couple, and like there was so many scenes and fun. Yeah. I miss that a lot.
Yeah, not the digital thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Although there was cool stuff there. Like I loved doing that Jericho, like all.
Yeah, there was some stuff. I'll throw it out there because I was behind the scenes. I'm looking to sell it. So if you know anybody if anybody out there with some money, you want to buy it with the channel and everything, come knocking. See Black.
How many followers do you have? Subscribers do you have on the channel?
On that channel, it's like 260,000. Yeah. C Black, are you doing a stream if it's a chair reveal? Potentially. It depends on what I got going on that day.
What are they going to do? Flip a bunch of new chairs?
Probably. That's probably what they're going to do. But now you're expecting it. So if you're sitting, but here's the difference. Though this is the difference. The first time, then shame on them. The first time, if you're sitting there and you're watching it and you're sitting there the whole damn time watching it, and you're like watching live show, hoping something big's going to happen, and you're watching it. Yeah, hey, you could have done something better. Second time, when you know it's going to happen and you do it, and you're not like, if I do watch it, you will not hear. I complained about it the first time. You will not hear me complain about it the second time because I'm like, I know it's
I don't
coming.
have complaints on that. Kristian, the movie's 1 year away. How many more characters are we going to announce?
Oh my God, Roxy, it's gonna be tons.
A year in advance, we're going to announce that many more?
Well, that movie's not a year. Wait, that movie is a year away. It's Doomsday, right? Not Secret Wars. Yeah, you're right. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I don't think they're going to have huge parts. All these people.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I think they're also announcing them for both Secret Wars too. They're not just announcing them for Doomsday.
Okay.
Yeah. C Black. Are you doing it? Yeah, I probably will. So RQ. Throwing in $2 there. Joey Pedras. Kristian, did you watch the Spielberg series Taken? No, but I hear good things, and someone else recommended that to me recently. Mike Joyce, have you seen David Cronenberg's Crash? No, I don't. Is that the one that won all the Oscars?
Crash wasn't Cronenberg.
No, it wasn't it?
No.
Was it? Let me see. Who the hell was that? Who?
Directed Crash.
Oh, Crash. Paul Haggis.
Maybe Cronenberg had a movie called Crash. Or
Yeah,
maybe he got me.
it is a new movie that he just came out. So
Then no.
yeah. Shea Markel, here's one. The main villain in Acolyte. Oh yeah, that's a good one. As far as someone who stole, yeah, Manny stole.
Yeah,
I cared. Yeah, that's a great call. I cared about him the most out of anybody on that show. I liked him the most. Stephanie Litz, Derek, Crystal, and RQSMD should go by the Schmodown. Yeah, listen, I'm taking offers. Mike Joyce, seems like a crazy move. What seems like a crazy movie? Craziest movie I've ever seen. Oh man, I remember Irreversible is the most disturbing movie I ever saw.
What is that?
Monica Bellucci. It's a really, it's a dark movie. It's one of the ones the first one that comes up to mind. And you, Rox?
Craziest is kind of a weird word because I don't know how to interpret it. But recently, Society of the Snow, which is about the crash in the Andes. Watching that was so disturbing.
Yeah, that's fun. Unknown. Want to start reading canon Star Wars novels? Any recommendations? I would say Lost Stars. That's probably one of the best ones. Lost Stars is pretty damn good.
That's what I was going to say too, Kristian. I was going to say I think you should do Lost Stars.
Good. You would actually like that book.
Because I think that it really helps to explain the wig spiders.
Sure.
And why the hammers are so prevalent.
I don't know how you did it, but you beat Rocky at 74.
What did he have?
73. You beat him by 1. So you got 1.
I feel like if there was a little more cushion, we might be a little more comfortable, but you never know.
The good news is you don't have a show to compete with tomorrow because we're just going to be doing the interview if Lewis wind up doing it. And then Thursday you got Steph and Mike, and then Friday you got Capes and Cows. So that might be tough.
I'm going on a 2-week streak, I think.
Oh, now you are on a 2-week streak, and this is 70. So right now you got 75. So you're coming in to defend with 75. You're on a 2-week streak. That's very true.
Like me or what? Because I like you.
Thank you. Okay, Roxy.
Speaking to my friends.
Oh, where can they find you?
You find me everywhere at Roxy Stryer. If you have it and you would like to use it to support, I appreciate it. National Brain Tumor Society. I'm doing a 5K for them this weekend. If you go to my YouTube, then you can support over there. Every dollar counts, and we're fighting until there's a cure. So please support. Also, I'm live on my YouTube on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights.
Downtown, I'm gonna come to you downtown. Bring you flowers and chocolates downtown. Because I'm going to romanticize you, Roxy. Get you on my side.
I love chocolate so much recently.
Oh. So did I win? Did I win your heart?
No.
Oh, okay. Bye-bye, downtown.
Nice. All right. There's one more. 76. Christopher Scott, I may have missed it for Sinners. Roxy, have you seen it? What is both of your favorite parts? Favorite part of Sinner? I don't want to give. I mean, I guess I like. I'll tell you. It's not one part. It's the dynamic and the character setup. That was my favorite part. Was the fact that I cared so much about the characters. That's
my favorite part is when we're showing the different styles of dance and outfits throughout time. I thought
that was pretty great.
Beautifully
pretty
shot.
Great. Yeah, that was very well done. All right, guys. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are found. Check it out on Spotify if you haven't done it. Clips channel also. Not one of you. I'm upset with every single one of you right now. Every single one of you. Not one of you told me there was trash over here. But now it's gone. So thank you. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the flip side. Bye, everybody. Go to subscribe to that Clips channel, will you? All right. Peace out. Bye-bye.